Hi, Paul here again, and this time I'm with Jackie today to talk about the flower section. She's the convener of the flower section. Hi Jackie.
Hi, how are you?
Now I have a couple of little questions. How long have you been convener of the flower section?
I have been convener for about 6 years.
Okay, now within the flower section there's natives, non-natives, roses, buds, bulbs, just about anything that flowers, is that correct?
That's correct. Anything that flowers or with bulbs or annuals, perennials, whatever, natives, there's something for everyone.
You're getting to my next question. Annuals and perennials, what's the difference?
An annual is something that grows for 1 year and then dies, and perennials are a plant that will regrow year after year.
Now, do we bring pots into your section and put our flowers in pots?
No, at the section we have green bottles, and they are all placed out in their sections, and when you come along we come and help you find your spot where you are, and it's up to you to put the flower in wherever you like, in that bottle, however you like, and yeah.
So when it comes to displaying, are there some little tricks and tips we can learn about displaying our flower?
Yeah, there is. You always should really make the flower look at its best, facing forward, and make sure that there's no bugs on the flower, and any foliage that may have a bit of a funny spot on it or something, you know, take that off. Or if your flower stem is too small in the bottle and it doesn't want to sit right, we have celery, and we shove that in the back of the bottle and help to hold the flower. So a few little tips.
Okay, when it comes to roses, there's a few interesting things that I found funny to work out, and that's the difference between one cut 3 distinct and one cut 6 distinct. What is distinct?
Distinct means different varieties. So say with your roses, you can have say an iceberg and a gold bunny and something else, but they've got to be different.
As long as they're all in the same set. Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, what is the difference between an exhibition rose, a decorative rose, and a rose in full bloom?
An exhibition rose is a one-cut flower, and no buds are allowed. You can have some foliage, but that isn't judged on. A rose full bloom is basically a rose in full bloom, and what's the other one?
Decorative.
Decorative. That's basically your garden rose.
Now, the other little thing is the show goes for 2 days, and the flowers are in these vases for 2 days. Is there a way that you look after them and maintain them during the show?
There is. I have a special little water bottle with a long curly spout, and I go through each evening and again on the next morning and top them all up. So they're always full of water, so hopefully they don't get too low in water, because some of the stems are very short, so it doesn't need to lose much water, and they're hanging there with nothing in them, so they're regularly topped up.
The other thing I've noticed is not all your entries go into a green bottle. Some of them have a tube. Why is this?
The white tubes are generally for the native section, and that is because the tubes are a lot bigger in the centre, and some of the branches that come in for natives are too big to fit in bottles, so they seem to work quite well, and they're quite deep, so there's plenty of room to stick them in.
And not have it fall over.
That's right, yeah.
The other thing is the flower section is actually looking for more green bottles, and they're looking for the size of about the top of your ginger beer bottle. So if you have any of those around, just let the show know and we'll put them in the right direction. Flowers like pansies and petunias and daisies, what stops them falling over and out the bottle?
Well, I've got a pansy here. Now, if you just shoved it in the bottle, quite often it would, half the time it would tilt forward and it doesn't sit nice. So we actually have a white collar, cardboard collar that fits around the top of the bottle, and that pansy would sit like that. So you see how that lays a lot flatter and better for the judge to judge, whereas if you just shove it in the bottle, it would hang like that and with a bit of luck tip over. So basically it just sits like that and helps to hold that flower nice and flat.
And looks better for judging, and it's more even for judging.
That's right.
So as with all sections, if there's something that we're very unsure about, how do we go about that?
Well, in the actual flower section, there is some general information there that points out different things if you're not sure. But after that, if you're still not sure, just give me a call.
And where they're all sections, you can give the convener a ring if you're having trouble figuring out how to enter. Thank you very much, Jackie, for telling us more about the flowers. It was very enlightening.
Thank you. Pleasure.